Hello, I'm Dominic James. I teach the radio program here at Carmel High School. WHJE, the voice of the Greyhounds. You can catch us on 91.3 FM or WHJE.com. I hope you have actually managed to tune it at some point. So this particular video is talking to the parents and the students of second years, third years and fourth years, students who have opted for the staff classes. So basically, all those students, no matter what track they're on, they're all in the same class at the same time. Second years in the first quarter will still have some fairly prescribed bits of work from me to make sure that everybody is on the same page, because they've all come from different classes from the first year. And really just to remind the second years exactly the skills that they need to use during radio. So to begin with, they will do several live shows, so music-based shows. The first one is just music of their own choice. The second one will be asking friends and family which songs they would like to request, and they'll play those. And the third one will be a little bit more about trying to get them to do some technical things in the studio at the same time as presenting. So they will have those in the first few weeks on rotation. They'll also be practicing their production work. So they've already done a station ID and a promo so far. So practicing using recording techniques and editing techniques. And this week they've actually just started doing a long podcast project, an interview project based around the BBC's Desert Island Disc idea, where the second years will be interviewing an adult, asking them about their favourite music and trying to find out a little bit about their interviewee. And we'll do a couple more projects like that up until the end of the first quarter. And at the end of the first quarter, the second years can then choose which department they would like to opt into on a permanent basis, whether it's the sports department, whether they want to be in the live show department, whether they're going to do talk shows or music shows or sports shows. So they have their choices at that time. They will all continue to do production work at the same time. But basically, they'll be following the similar track to the third and the fourth years. Now, the third and the fourth years, they're in the sports department or the podcast department or the live show department. And they're continuing with the sort of work that they've been doing and been getting amazing state and national awards for. But if they want to change their departments, they're at liberty to do that. All the third years and fourth years are mentors to the younger students, but the managers in particular will spend quite a lot of time actually leading various projects, giving feedback to other students, and basically running the station. My job as station manager is really to manage or to advise the students who are in charge of the station, which is our senior managers. They do a fantastic job. We've been going since 1963, and we have not had a major issue yet. So it's absolutely amazing what they managed to do. Now, one of the things that the managers organise are a couple of major fundraising things that we do during the year. During the fall, we do a radiothon fundraiser. That's trying to raise money for the station itself to help us get extra little bits of equipment to keep certain things running. So, for example, the website we have to pay for ourselves. That's kind of an extra that the district doesn't pay for. The extra little bits and pieces, phone lines, for example, for the sports broadcasts that we need to connect back to the station, we have to pay for those. So there are a few various bits and pieces that we need to raise money for. And in the spring, we do our annual Riley-thon as well, which is raising money for Riley Children's Hospital. Last year we raised just over $19,000, an extraordinary amount of money, and we're hoping to do something similar to that again this year. And as well as those big events, we do lots of other events around the place as well. We DJ in lots of community events. We go to lots of the elementary schools and middle schools, doing PA events and running parties and bits and pieces like that, but also to other events in the local community as well. In terms of assessment, every student has to produce a practical piece of work every week. So that might be a live show, it might be a piece of production work, whatever it is that might be that they were expecting to be completing something and putting it in their folders every week. Now, for most of those bits of work, they are completion grades, because it's about getting as many reps in as you can. You get better the more that you do, and the more you consider what it is that you've done, listen back to the work that you've done, getting some feedback from myself or from some of the other students. That's the way that you improve best in radio, by doing lots of stuff, reflecting on it, and then doing it again. Every now and again, I will make qualitative assessments of students' work to give an idea about, are they C level, B level, A level, or those sorts of areas. But by and large, if you're getting your work done, you are making good progress. In fact, moving towards having work that's good enough to enter for our state and national competitions. So in November time, we actually start to submit that work for the national awards, the IBS awards. We've been very, very successful in that competition for the last few years. We've been National Radio Station of the Nation 3 times in the last 5 years, which is amazing. And we go to collect those awards in New York in February. And we normally take the seniors on that trip, and we're looking to do that again this February. The state competition takes place in March, and again, the work is submitted this semester for consideration about whether we win awards in that. And again, we really do very, very well in those awards. So that's a kind of an overview of what it is that we get up to, how we get assessed, and how we get recognition. It's an absolute pleasure to teach these students. I really love my job. That's because the students do an amazing job themselves. They work hard, they pay attention to the important things, and they want to do really, really well. And they do. So thank you. If you need to get hold of me, you can get me through Canvas, or you can email me direct, djames3@ccs.k12.in.us. Thank you.